is the foundation of life. Why can we talk, smile, work, and run? How does the food we eat can be digested and absorbed to keep us alive? Why can our bleeding skin stop by itself? Why are our bodies resistant to bacterial attacks? All of this depends on a very important kind of biomolecules, the proteins. Proteins are the most abundant biological macromolecules, occurring in all cells and all parts of the cells. Proteins also occur in great variety, which are not only the cell's building blocks, but also execute the majority of the cell's functions. For instance, proteins that are enzymes catalyze various kinds of chemical reactions. Proteins embedded in the plasma membrane form channels and pumps that control the passage of small molecules into and out of the cell. Other proteins carry messages from one cell to another, or act as signal integrators that relay sets of signals inward from the plasma membrane to the cell nucleus. Yet others serve as tiny molecular machines with moving parts. Kinesin, for example, propels organelles through the cytoplasm. Other specialized proteins act as antibodies to fight against bacterial attacks, or as clotting factors or anticoagulant factors to participate in the blood coagulation and anticoagulation. Proteins are also involved in regulating osmotic pressure and maintaining acid-base balance, or forming the matrix to provide mechanical support and elasticity to the organ and the vascular systems. So to speak, without protein, there would be no life. There are all sorts of proteins in our bodies that do different jobs. Why do these proteins have different functions? Certainly because they have different structures. Just as the building construction of a house makes it habitable, the wheel of a car makes it removable. And if we put wheels in the house, it will become a moving house, a caravan. Likewise, proteins with different structure perform different functions. That is, the structure of a protein determines its function. Structure changes can lead to functional changes that may cause diseases. So, before we can hope to understand how muscles contract, how nerves conduct electricity, how embryos develop, or how our bodies function, we must attain a deep understanding of proteins. Therefore, in this chapter, we will introduce the structure and function of proteins, especially focus on structure-function relationships in cell function, health, and disease. In order to study the structure and the function of certain proteins, it's necessary to choose proper methods to extract, purify, and analyze the proteins from tissue cells based on their special properties. Therefore, the fundamental properties of proteins should be introduced so as to better understand the principles of protein separation and analysis in biochemical experiments.